It was a humid, moonless night when James, Lily, Mark, and Emily found themselves wandering the dusty aisles of the town's ancient library. They were bored teenagers looking for something thrilling to do, unaware that their curiosity would lead them to a fate worse than death. "Look at this," James whispered, shining his flashlight on a section of the wall that seemed oddly out of place. With a firm push, the wall creaked open, revealing a hidden room shrouded in darkness and cobwebs. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of decay. On a pedestal in the center of the room lay a large ancient book bound in cracked, blackened leather. Its cover was adorned with strange, cryptic symbols that seemed to pulse with an eerie light. "Guys, we shouldn't be here," Emily said, her voice trembling. But James, ever the adventurous one, ignored her and opened the book. The pages were filled with intricate illustrations and a language none of them recognized. As they flipped through the book, they stumbled upon a page that depicted a sacrificial ritual. The illustrations showed people bound, their bodies marked with symbols as a shadowy figure loomed over them. Before anyone could protest, James had already begun to read the incantation aloud. The words felt wrong in his mouth, each syllable a sharp sting on his tongue. The room grew colder and the air seemed to vibrate with a sinister energy. Suddenly the book glowed and the room shook violently. The friends watched in horror as the walls around them shifted, transforming the library into a nightmarish landscape. The floor cracked open, revealing a swirling hole of darkness below. "What have we done?" Lily screamed, but it was too late. The ritual had been activated. From the darkness, monstrous figures began to emerge. Their skin was pale and dry, their eyes voids of endless black. They moved with unnatural speed, their limbs twisting and contorting in impossible ways. Emily was the first to fall. One of the creatures grabbed her, its fingers sinking into her flesh like hot knives. She screamed as it dragged her into the abyss, her cries echoing long after she was gone. Mark and Lily tried to run, but the creatures were relentless. Mark was caught next, his body lifted into the air as the creatures tore him apart limb by limb. Blood splattered across the room, his screams turning into gurgles as he was dismembered. Lily and James made it to the library's main hall, but the horrors followed. Lily tripped and fell, and a creature was upon her in an instant. It ripped her jaw clean off, blood pouring from the wound as she choked on her own life force. James was the last one standing. He stumbled through the library, desperately trying to find a way to stop the ritual. His hands trembled as he flipped through the book, the pages now soaked in the blood of his friends. With the last of his strength, he found a counterspell and began to recite it. The words were heavy and bitter, but he pushed through, his voice rising above the chaos. Just as the darkness began to recede, a creature lunged at him, claws sinking deep into his chest. James screamed, his pain was unbearable. But he didn't stop. With one final breath, he finished the spell. The room exploded in light, the creatures screaming in an unbearable voice as they were banished back to the abyss. James fell to the floor, his vision fading. He could feel the life draining from him, his body cold and broken. As he lay there motionless beside the book, he knew they had won. But at what cost? The old library was silent once more, the ancient evil sealed away, but the memory of that night would haunt the town forever. The friends paid the ultimate price for their curiosity, their lives consumed by an ancient evil that now lies dormant once more. The library stands as a silent guard, guarding the secrets within its walls. So next time you find yourself in a quiet, forgotten corner of the world, remember, some doors are meant to stay closed and some secrets are better left undiscovered. Sleep well if you can. Good night and sweet nightmares.